Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio. Ours is a place where dreams take flight, voices are heard, and stories are shared. This is where cultures meet, connections are formed, and ideas are transformed into action. This is your destination for authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations. We're where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover our world of education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our USA Global TV channel and download our USA Global TV app. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. With heartfelt thanks to our executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, music scored by Yifei Tang from Cloud Road Music, creative direction by Paul Garcia, and I'm Al Cini, and I'm very proud to be part of the USA Global TV and Radio family. So join us here at USA Global TV and Radio. Make us your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Thank you for being a part of our global community. Let's inspire together.
Hello and a very warm welcome to USA Global TV and Radio for the show of Film and Music Show. So warm welcome to our viewers on USA Global TV and Radio on our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, I said Instagram already. Yes. And Twitter X and TikTok. So for today's show, my name is Dr. Madeleine Chan, and I'm here to present the Film and Music Show. And for today's show, we have a very exciting guest. But before we bring her through, I just want to give you a little bit about this phenomenal lady. Right. So she's a producer, a mentor. She formed the Webra group. She's also an executive on the executive board of Animated Women UK. She's the trustee of the UK Film Education Trust. She's also the founder of the 529 Club Creatives. She is a collaborator. She is a creative genius. She has a lot of skills and development and a global screen influencer. I would like to present to you for the Film and Music Show's guest for today, the lovely Debra Wootton.
Hey, I'm looking over my shoulder to find who this wonderful woman is.
Hi, Debra.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
Very well. And how is it in sunny Greece?
Oh, it is fantastic. It's been thankfully, it's cooled down a bit. So we're in the early 30s, so it's copable. So it's wonderful. And I look forward to hosting you in a couple of weeks.
Oh, absolutely. Which very much looking forward to it, which we will share with our audiences as we go along the program. So, Debra, for anyone out there who has not heard about you, can you just kind of, well, not heard about you, but can you just express in a way of 2 minutes who Debra Wootton is?
She's a complete nutter that does far too much. No, okay. So my name's Debra Wootton. I am a producer and digital animation specialist. I got the nickname Webra because in the 90s, I used to do lots of people's websites. So instead of calling me Debra, they called me Webra. So when I was at university doing my degree as a digital animation specialist, I set up the company in 2007 as Webra Multimedia is how it started. And then over the years, we grew. And it became a group, and we do animation and VFX and live action films and documentaries. I think we have a few of those to show. We have a website, webragroup.com, where you can go and take a look. I've tried to make it as easy to navigate as possible because we do quite a lot of things between me and my business partners. But yeah, I'm someone that likes to be creative and likes to get other people together to be creative too. And that's
Thank
why
you.
we have the 5 to 9 Club and Sifca, and I help with Animated Women UK and the UK Film Education Trust.
Fabulous. Thank you for sharing that, Deborah. And we will be showing videos on that. But before we do, Deborah, can we just hop in a time machine? Woo, let's go right back to the point where you were inspired to go into animations.
Oh, wow. I think the very first thing that inspired me was Disney's 101 Dalmatians. My uncle took me and my younger brother to see it when we were children. And I'd always, coming from a family of artists, had always drawn and, done creative things. I always say the reason I'm so creative now is because my mum refused to have a TV when we were children. So we would constantly, do creative, draw and paint and things like that. But of course, I went on to work in an industry and, was successful in the things that I did. And back in 1998, I was severely ill and I couldn't work for a while. I was hospitalized. And I thought, well, rather than do what was paying the bills, let's go back for the passion. So that's when I got back into doing sort of digital graphics, web design, and then that sort of led on then to animation, because 3D animation is too complex to try and learn yourself. It's something that you have to go back and get someone to help you. So, but yeah, I'm just a big kid, Mads. That's what it is. And I like to take my energy as my inner child onto the screen.
And maybe that's what's helped you to become so strong as you are. With the fact that you were suffering with your illness, did you feel that going back to your passion or igniting that passion, did it help you get through that illness?
Oh, what gets me through it is knowing there's a lot of people worse off than I am. So, I just march on. I put it this way, I ignore it as much as possible until it won't let me anymore. So, yeah, there's people worse off, mine's just arthritis. And, in 98, I had severe reactions to medication. So now we just keep on top of what I can and can't take. Actually, moving to Greece was my therapy, or my medicating myself rather than going for pharma. I go for the natural warmth, swimming in the sea with all the minerals, and it has done my arthritis a world of good. So yeah, so it allows me to concentrate on the more interesting creative pursuits.
Thank you for your love and transparency, Deborah. Sorry, Deborah.
Yeah,
it's really commendable how you followed your creative genius and your passion, and the fact that you and your partner went over to Greece in a warmer climate instead of going for pharma. I just want to say huge congratulations for that, and honored completely to hear this. So going on to your work, we do have a show reel of what Webra is, the show reel of you. So if we can have a look at that show reel, we can go from there.
standing there, judgment day. Nowhere to run, no place to hide away. You're gonna stand proud and answer for your sin. You're gonna fall to your knees and ask to be forgiven. You can't say I didn't know about this day. You can't say that he didn't try to show me the way. Can I confess now and turn from my ways? All it's too late for a soul to get saved on judgment day. Come on, don't you hear the door knocking? Come on, gotta let him into something. Come on, you got to invite him in. He's not gonna force his ways, he's just a gentleman. Come on, don't you hear the door knocking? Come on, gotta let him into something. Come on, you got to invite him in. He's not gonna force his ways, he's just a gentleman. He's a just gentleman, heaven's king, conquers sin, all seeing and unknowing who you are and where you've been. There's no faking him or shaking him, no place to hide away. Remember, you'll be facing him for your sin. Not everybody's going in, and some will say I'm a good person anyway. Some will say that I went to church every day, but even they may have built upon the sand. So build your house on the rock, it won't go crumbling down. Come on, don't you hear the door knocking? Come on, gotta let him into something. Come on, you got to invite him in. He's not gonna force his ways, he's just a gentleman. Come on, don't you hear the door knocking? Come on, gotta let him into something. Come on, you got to invite him in. He's not gonna force his ways, he's just a gentleman. Relationship with the king is what we need. Who died in our place that day just to wipe our filthy slates clean. A confidence in the promise he made when we're standing on that day. Yeah. A price was paid for us and our sins were washed away. Come on, don't you hear the door knocking? Come on, gotta let him into something. Come on, you got to invite him in. He's not gonna force his ways, he's just a gentleman. Come on, don't you hear the door knocking? Come on, gotta let him into something. Come on, you got to invite him in. He's not gonna force his ways, he's just a gentleman.
Wow, I've got to give you a big round of applause, and I'm sure our viewers would. Debra, Webra, Debra, how that's phenomenal. What's so wonderful about it is you have the 3D, but also you have the showing of the skeletal structure. So
Yeah.
Can you talk to share with our viewers the
Can
process?
I just do
Sure.
before we go into that, can I do a shout out to Caleb Taylor that
Yes.
let me use his track?
Yes.
Because I love that track. And although that's a show reel that we did back in 2014, and I will get round to doing a new one, but I think I want to keep the same track. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm bopping away to Caleb's music. So, you know, I just want to, you know, give flowers because he deserves it. But sorry, yeah, back to your question.
I absolutely agree with you. In fact, when I was watching it as well, I was just feeling that music, and that music is so inviting. It makes you want to just stay and just groove with the animations and all the visuals you've got, and just stay there. Just stay in that frame with the Webra frame. Love it. So yeah, going back to the question, the skeletal structure. So from the skeletal structure to the point of the 3D, can you share with our viewers in a short summary of what is the process of going from skeletal to the 3D?
Let us start at the beginning, Mads.
The alpha.
Okay.
Let's start at the alpha.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning. So, you know, what will happen is when you're creating a character, we'll do some sketches and we'll do various designs until we're happy with the design. Once we're happy with the design, we will do what we call a T pose, where basically the body's in a T shape, and we'll do front, side, back, and then we'll take it in and we will model it. So when you see the skeleton, you'll see the structure of the model over the skeleton. Once we're happy with the look and shape of the character we've created, then we will go in, and the term is rigging. So we will first create the bone structure, and then we will rig it. So we will then tell it, you know, for example, when we move our arm will only move a certain amount of space before it won't go back any further. So we will rig the character so it will act naturally. And we'll also do something called weighting. So when the character goes from a T pose to bringing the arm down, the area here doesn't pinch and look odd on when animating. So what we do is what we call turn it into like a marionette, where it has various, you'll see on the show reel where you've got little handles, we'll call them, and that will allow us to move the arm up, move the leg forward, you know, those things that you need to help you with the animation. We'll also go into the facial animation and do things what we call blend shapes. So we'll do the A and the E and the ooh and all those sort of shapes. And then we then start being able to use those shapes to create the lip sync. And then, you know, you keyframe it, and then you start bringing these wonderful characters to life.
That's phenomenal, Deborah. That's such a lot of work, of preparation. Is
That's
that just for one frame?
expensive.
How long is a frame in seconds in animation?
Well, you have, you know, if you're dealing with Europe, it's usually like 24, 25 frames a minute. For America, it's sort of like 29 point something, 30 frames a minute. So, you know, if you think about it, that for 3D animation, we tend to set what we call keyframes. So I'd set a frame here, as say I'm about to take a sip, and then I'll set a frame again as I come away from that sip, and that allows me to have that sort of movement within 2 keyframes. And yeah. I can hear a dog barking.
I'm so sorry about that, because we're live, Deborah. I've got my Teddy, a Maltipoo, and he's here at home alone. And what's happened is, I think there's someone at the door, someone's arriving, because I share a shared house, and he's barking. So I do apologize for that. I don't know how to.
No problem. My cat, my Siamese cat here is sat very comfortably with my husband, and his ears are up, but he's not worried. So
I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, that's just so. This is live TV, and oh wow. Well, Teddy wanted to put his word into it. That's what.
Yes, yes. And so say all of Terry.
And so did Teddy and Terry.
Yeah,
fantastic. So, Deborah, right, with all the frames and everything that you have to do in the way, the weighting and the rigging and all this, were you self-taught, or did you go to some academy to learn
I studied as a digital animation specialist at University of West London. And prior to that, I used softwares like Flash and Director that I did for 2D animation. So 2D animation I found a lot easier, but 3D animation is very complex, as you can probably see by the rigs. You know, knowing how many polys to do, whether depending on where you're going to be using your characters, depends on what the poly count of the character can be. If you're going to go for games, it has to be low poly because you're going to be, they're going to render quickly. You want them to render quickly as they're going through the games. Admittedly, though, with some of the new kids on the block with Unreal Engine 5, it means that, we don't have to be as precious about that as what we did when I first got into the game in the early noughties. But yes, the 3D animation is something that you really need someone to hold your hand with. It can be done, but if you think of, it's quite a complex software because you've not only got one menu for modeling, you've got another menu for animating, you've got another menu for lighting, another menu for your camera, another menu to do the physics. So, it starts to get really, really complex and can be quite a minefield if you don't know what you're doing.
It sounds absolutely technical. You're a technical guru in every way. So, Debra, on your show reel, it showed music videos or some kind of film footage. Do you apply the same kind of formula in the way to bring animation to film footage?
You use the same softwares. So a lot of the same software is used. It's just what you're going to create as an end product. Like I think I can't remember the name of the film where you've got the VFX, where you've got the video screen that comes. So we would create that as an animation and then superimpose that over live footage. So, I always equate it's like creating a meal. Some bits you got to grill, some bits you got to stick in the oven, some bits you got to boil, and then you'd sort of pull it together to create a feast. So that's basically what you have to do, is a little bit of everything of what you need to make that meal work.
That's phenomenal. Your wealth of knowledge, the golden nuggets of information for any students that want to partake a career in digital animation are definitely getting their wealth of gifts here from you, Debra. So
I'll just jump on that. Any person that is interested, any female based in the UK that is interested in learning more about animation, as one of the board of Animated Women UK, one of the things we're proud of is we set up a mentoring program with Disney about 4 or 5 years ago. If they go on to animatedwomenuk.com and they can, as members, they can sign up to be mentored by other women in the industry to help them get into the industry. So I just thought while you were mentioning that might be a good point for me to slip that little nugget in.
That was great. Absolute right timing for that. So the UK, the Animation for Women UK, which our producer has brought it through, lovely Dr. Jacqueline. So supporting women in VFX and animation. So Debra, why is it necessary to create animated women and highlight, especially for women in the UK?
Basically, because we're a very, very, very tiny minority of the workforce in our industry. It is very much a male-led industry, and we just wanted to be there to support the women and just help guide them. Sometimes having someone there that can give you the road map of the road that they've traveled to get through the industry. We do have events that we let the guys come and join too, but we like to have a space that the guys can come in, the ladies can come in and organize things for them to be able to, sometimes the obvious isn't obvious until someone says it to you. And that's the whole point, isn't it? We're here as mentors to help guide the next generation and lift them up to be able to achieve what they've dreamed about and make those dreams reality.
True wisdom, true mentor in your words, in every way. Debra, let's go on to your work as a trustee in the UK Film Education and Trust. Can you share with our audience what the UK Film Education Trust is and why is it necessary to form this type of organisation?
Oh, wow. I don't think we've got long enough for that, I'm afraid.
Okay. Let's do a shortened version, a very short synopsis.
Let's try and be short and precise on that.
Yeah.
Basically, there's lots of people that want to get into the industry, and unfortunately, not all of them have the financial resources that allow them to do it, because you've got to be a runner where you're not getting paid, if you're getting paid, to start things off. So, along with John Lang, who is the son of Harry Lang, that was the art director for Star Wars and Odyssey and lots of iconic films. We work, as you may or may not remember, I've worked with Terry Ackland Snow from Film Design International for many years. And we were just getting a little bit frustrated. I think it was around the time of the Olympics, and the people that would normally be able to support people that wanted to be able to do these courses weren't able to, because a lot of that extra lottery funding went into the Olympics. So we were thinking, well, what can we do? So we established the charity. It was formulated in 2015. And that way we are able to collect funds, and so companies can offset it against their tax liability. So they're able to do something good without it actually costing them something. And it's a win-win-win for everybody. The student is able to do the courses they want. The people that make the donations pay less tax, and everybody gets to do something they really want to do within the industry. And having something like the UK Film Education Trust allows us to facilitate that. It's someone else that's collecting the resources to allow people like Screen Skills, Film Design International, Animated Women UK, and the Ivor Makeup Academy to be able to offer assistance for people that would like to be able to do those courses.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So, Debra, we need to share your work. So we're going to let's look at Sifca. Can you explain what Sifca is before we show it quickly?
Okay. So Sifca was born, do you remember back in 2020 when we were all locked up in our rooms or houses or whatever, when the world, came to a standstill? Well, we gravitated, from the 5 to 9 club, as you've been a member for many years. The 5 to 9 club, because we weren't able to meet monthly as we normally did, we started doing things on Clubhouse. So I organised, we got Arlene Phillips, who became a dame during the competitions that we were doing. And basically what we did is we pulled in some of our celebs and we did various competitions on Clubhouse. And everyone's like, oh, you've got to come LA, you've got to come to New York, you've got to come here, you've got to come there. And I'm like, I actually live in a really nice place. So... And that's where the seed was dropped on the stone. And then over the next couple of years, that seed sort of sprouted. And we had our first Sarah Nikos International Festival of Creative Arts, which we did September 2022. This year will be our 4th year. And I'm currently in the middle of setting up a full-time, all year round creative community centre here in Sarah Nikos, which will be a full-time classes for the local people to be able to learn various filmmaking, editing, animation, going down to the technical and craft skills like photography or prop making, or just about being creative and the ability to be able to use that creative knowledge to make a living. So that's basically what the legacy of Sifca is about.
Okay, so before we show the film, can we credit the creator of the film?
Oh, Yana Durali from her lovely Greek news channel did a video of our red carpet gala. And as you will see, we are in a very nice part of the world. So yes, Yana has given us full approval to be able to show some of the evening in our video.
Wonderful. Here we go. Sifca Red Carpet Awards.
I love Greece. I love the Greek people. They're such a creative culture that as a filmmaker, I just want to bring more of my network here because it's such a wonderful country.
My experience at Sifca has been amazing because it brought me back to my roots, which is fantastic because my dad up above is just going, thank God you're back in Greece. So I'm hoping that, we can bring where I'm from, Hollywood, to Sifca, to this region and, build content and creation together.
It's been an amazing experience. Sifca has brought light to this beautiful area. Debra Wootton has just done wonders. She's managed to bring amazing professionals in the film and media industry and introduce them to this beautiful place. She's our honorary Greek. It's been an honor for me to be here, and we do hope that she achieves all her goals. We're all going to be here to support her, and we want all the people watching this to come film in Greece.
Art direction, production design, art design is as important as screenwriting, directing, producing. The most important thing is that everyone works together to achieve the beautiful end goal of storytelling. This gentleman has given his life to this industry, and his work speaks for itself. Anyone who's seen Rocky Horror Pictures or Aliens, or the list goes on. Batman, who has not seen Batman, and many, 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 many more. Ladies and gentlemen, Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Terry Ackman's-Son.
It's a bit of a surprise to me, but thank you very much indeed. It is hard work, it is teamwork. Best of luck with your future. I hope it goes well for you all.
The most favourable film I've ever worked on was The Deep, which a year in the Caribbean diving was wonderful, but not the best film. The best film probably was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I should think was the most successful cult. But when we started that film off, it was literally what we call a bummer, a film that was really not going to make money, but look at the success it is. Always listen to experienced people that's been through the industry themselves, because it takes a lot of experience to get it right. And a lot of people think that they're filmmakers, but it just takes time.
So people did seem to like all of the films. A lot of votes came in, but there was one film that stood out above the rest and will be the recipient of the Audience Award for Sifca 2022. I think it says Cooking by Anastasia. Anastasia is the winner of the Audience Award.
Really a surprise. Thank you very, very much. What can I say?
this was the very first time for me to do anything like that, and just because I was there, and I thought that this was very interesting, and it would be very interesting for my young volunteers. I thought, okay, let's go and try and give it a try. So thank you. I think the young volunteers would love it too. So I would.
Νομίζω είναι μια σπουδαία βραδιά για το Σαρονικό αυτή που κάνει ο Δήμος συνεργασία με το Sifca, όπου προβάλλεται και ο Δήμος μας βέβαια, αλλά και οι δραστηριότητες που μπορεί να αναπτύσσει σε τοπικές κοινωνίες ο Sifca, είτε αξιοποιώντας τον κόσμο και τους δημότες και τους πολίτες και τους νέους που μένουν στον ίδιο το Δήμο, είτε φέρνοντας προσωπικότητες όπως ηθοποιούς, καλλιτέχνες, τραγουδιστές, σκηνοθέτες από ό,τι βρίσκονται σήμερα απόψε εδώ για να γίνει και η συγκεκριμένη εκδήλωση τιμής για τους ανθρώπους, που είναι επίσης πάρα πολύ σπουδαίο και δίνει μια πάρα πολύ μεγάλη προβολή. Τη φετινή χρονιά έχω χάσει κυριολεκτικά τον αριθμό από πόσες αιτήσεις έχουν γίνει από εταιρείες κινηματογραφικές, από ντοκιμαντέρ, από βίντεο, από οτιδήποτε που θέλουν να κάνουν ακόμα και διαφημιστικά, που τα κάνουν στις παραλίες τους. Βεβαίως σε όλους έχω πει ναι, και μάλιστα και αφιλοκερδώς, δεν έχουμε κάποιο τέλος, δωρεάν γίνεται αυτό το πράγμα, όπως έχουν γυριστεί και πολύ μεγάλες ταινίες που είναι αυτή την περίοδο που γυρίζονται και που είναι σε εξέλιξη. Είναι το κλίμα πάρα πολύ καλό, η θάλασσα πανέμορφη, ο ουρανός πάρα πολύ καθαρός, και αυτό νομίζω ευνοεί για τέτοιου είδους εργασίες που και αυτοί οι οποίοι ασχολούνται με τον κινηματογράφο ή με το θέαμα ωφελούνται, και κυρίως προβάλλεται και για μας περιοχή, κάτι μας ενδιαφέρει πάρα πολύ και ευχαριστούμε όλο αυτόν τον κόσμο που έρχεται εδώ.
This is my first time in Greece, and I was able to run a Daring Donji 1-minute film school workshop here, live and in person here in Saronida. We had filmmakers who had never made films before make their very first films, and this is the thing that gives me joy. How has this place had not been invaded by film productions yet? It's so beautiful. They have every kind of environment that you want, beautiful water, beautiful sun. It's a filmmaker's dream here.
I teach 3 sessions of smartphone video production. I've been using smartphone to shoot films and videos, and lately I made a documentary and won like 5 international awards. All of this shoot by this guy.
What a fantastic video. And the fact that, so Debra, when is Sifca 2025 going to take place?
Okay, it is on
year.
from the 19th to the 25th of September. And it is in a place called Saronida, and we will do various things across Saranikos, which is the whole area. If you think it's very similar, Saranikos is like Greater London, and Saronida is one of the areas within Saranikos. So we're looking forward to it. Because I've set up the community centre this year, I was thinking it's not as big, but then I was going through the timetable today, and yeah, we've got lots. And of course, you're coming over to do the colours of the voice, and you will also do, songwriting. People are really thrilled and looking forward to doing those classes.
Yes, very, very much looking forward to it. And also Wayne Goddard and our sponsor for the show, for the film and music show, Auri K. Barrier, songwriter. He's coming along to do a songwriting workshop as well. So Debra, if anyone wants to go and be part of this beautiful culture, creativity, exploring a beautiful island, experiencing new things, how can they be part of Sifca 2025?
Unfortunately, the closing date for all of the competitions was midnight on Sunday, LA, which was 10 a.m. this morning. But, if you go onto the website, sifca.gr, which is SIFCA.gr. That has all of the information about the festival. And, you know, you can always reach out to me on socials at Webra Debra.
Fabulous. Debra, just before we go, I just want to say, we all want to say thank you so much, and how excited we are looking forward to next week. You're going to be a guest on the Film and Music Show.
Yes, that's the day job.
Yes.
That's the day job. I look forward to telling you all about my bubble buddies.
And we look forward to hearing about the Bubble Buddies. So we're just about to close. Debra, who would you like to reach out to you?
Oh,
with our viewers, who you're interested in?
Well, I'm always after paid clients, because I do a lot for the community, and I'm developing a TV show myself. But, you know, having clients that need our help, that are able to help oil the wheels of the other stuff that we do, that's always appreciated. Yes.
That's wonderful. So anyone out there of our viewers, if you are wanting to be part of Webra and help even our philanthropists, let's say, and you believe and you love Webra's work, Debra's work in the form of Webra, please do contact Debra. And Debra, we just want to say thank you so much. You've been a wonderful guest, and super looking forward to next week for the topic on
2 weeks.
Bubble Buddies.
Oh, next week for Bubble Buddies. Yeah, I'm thinking
next
2
week
weeks
for
you're going to be
Bubble
here.
Buddies. And who knows, we're in talks of maybe taking the Film and Music Show over to Sifca 2025.
Yes, now that
the
would
Film
be
and
fantastic.
Music Show.
We've
But
got
we need
lots
to
of
talk.
creatives here that you can speak to. And
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if you have time to show the trailer for One Girl, but
I think we're coming to our end of the program. I do think we are, but what we can do is we could show it.
No problem. I'll share it on socials. It's just that's one of the films that we will show at Sifca.
Right. Okay. No, we're
time.
closing. We're over time. You see, the conversation was flowing. We were in it, and that was it. We had so much to go through, which we did, of your brilliant work. So, Debra, thank you so much, and we will see you next week on the Film and Music Show with your topic and your team for Bubble Buddies.
Fantastic. Or as we like to say in Bubble Buddy world, fantastic.
Fantastic. I love that. Well, there you go. What a wonderful guest. An amazing guest. She really is, Debra Wootton. And please do reach out to her. And she's going to be on the show next week. So thank you to our sponsor, Audi K Barrier. Thank you to our producer, the wonderful Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, who is the mother of the mothership of USA Global TV and Radio. And for me, now, I'm just going to say I will see you next week for an exciting episode of the Film and Music Show. Be good. Be fun. Have joy. See ya. Bye.
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, you asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradiosshop.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA-Global-TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.